Okay, we're back.
Hi.
Hi, welcome back to Cozy Down Here. I'm Catherine Connor.
And I'm Josie Eldred.
And Josie hasn't seen any movies ever.
And Catherine knows nothing about pop culture.
So we're trying to fix that. So I'm really out of it, just to start. Gonna be honest right up front. We watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a sitcom produced by NBC, Fox. I don't know. It's changed like 3 times. Then so it's wild in the sense that started on NBC, went to Fox or IFC. I don't know. It switched like 3 times, and then there was a 48-hour period where it was canceled, and then it came back.
48 hour?
Yeah, because then another network
got
bought
mad?
it.
Oh,
well, people got mad, and another network bought it.
Well, I hadn't even heard of it. I think I heard of it because people that watch some of the shows I know would watch it, but it wasn't even close to.
Right. Yeah. Popular. So has Andy Samberg from SNL, who I really like. You were fine with him, correct?
I didn't really like him. He's not that funny. The jokes. Is he a writer on the show or no?
Yeah,
it seemed like he was, and I'm
fairly sure he's a writer. I'm gonna pull up the IMDb for the episode we watched. But we watched the episode in the first season.
I like very dry humor. Not when it's supposed to be.
I feel like you don't
funny.
like dry humor because I like dry humor, and I feel like
no, you like humor. Okay, I know you, girl. You like humor that you're supposed to laugh at. A lot of people laugh at. I like jokes that no one. They don't say it in a fun. They're not trying to get jokes, but it's just funny.
Here's the thing. Dry humor is British humor, and I'm very into that.
Oh, I don't like accents.
I know you don't.
I like British humor without British people.
But you don't like dry humor because you like Deadpool and Chris Pratt.
Okay, that's an exception. Deadpool's such an exception.
And Community. Community is not dry humor.
Such an exception.
Those are the 3 main things.
Those are the only things I like, and I'm like,
you're like an exception.
No, I like I don't even know, but
yeah, we watched the episode where it's the first Halloween episode, so it's the first heist episode where Jake challenges the captain to steal his Medal of Honor.
Yeah, in my opinion, Brooklyn Nine-Nine was a really bad. This is how I view it. All right, and this is gonna be really controversial.
Oh, good. Because we all know how.
In making Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they knew how popular Parks and Rec was, Community, etc. So they were and I feel like Andy, right? That's his name.
The character's name is Jake. Andy Samberg is the guy that plays him.
Andy, he was trying to make some money, get behind this. Oh, this is what's popular. Let me get on a show. And that's going to be really good and popular, and everyone's going to like it. But it fell flat because I feel like they were trying to take... To me, it fell flat. I don't know. People probably love it, but it's not as good as those shows because they were just... It seemed like they were just trying to be those shows. They had the one girl who acts like Britta.
Rosa Diaz. But she doesn't act like Britta. I disagree.
But you knew who I was talking about. Well, because we talked about it earlier. Yeah. But, yeah. And then they had the girl who acts like April from Community, from Parks and Rec.
Wait, that's April also Rosa.
No.
Oh, you mean Amy. Amy is the kind of pseudo love interest. And then the other one is Rosa. Rosa's the dark one that went to ballet school and got kicked out.
Yeah,
she's the one that beats people up.
Yeah, that's who I think. April? I forget.
Yeah, they had April's the dark one on Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
she's the one that ends up with Andy.
Yeah. So,
just gonna move that. Okay. So you were cool on this one. You didn't.
It was sitcom. It was like watching a show that. It's like watching a show that comes on TV, but Community, Parks and Rec, and those things you turn on to watch. It's on right now. I'm turning on my TV. This is it's coming on, and I don't want to watch it, but it's there.
See, I don't know if I would turn on Community. I've only seen 2 episodes.
You're tripping!
I've only seen 2 episodes, but I don't know if I love it like that. I enjoy the people in it. I think it's got a good cast. I don't know. I mean, granted, but it also could be the same thing with you. Where I don't contend that Brooklyn Nine-Nine is kind of part of the trifecta of great sitcoms from the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
For me, that's The Office, Parks and Rec, and 30 Rock. For you, it's The Office, Parks and Rec, and Community.
30 Rock? Girl, don't make me mad.
30 Rock is fantastic. 30 Rock is revolutionary. I love 30
I don't
Rock.
see that humor. I just don't, because Tina Fey I don't think is funny.
I like Tina Fey.
Or even anyone in that show, honestly. I don't like any of them. The girl in it, both the guys that can come to mind. Like
I've had the song that Tracy Morgan
makes.
Yeah, but he like jokingly referenced the song. And I watched it my freshman year of high school, so that was like 7 years ago. I've had that song stuck in my head for 7 years.
Freshman year of high school, 7 years ago. Oh my god, let that sink in.
Yeah,
I feel like that was 2 years ago.
He has this joke. He's like my novelty songs for bar mitzvahs, and he's like werewolf bar mitzvah, spooky, scary, boys becoming men becoming wolves, and that one line I think about constantly.
Sounds good, but
yeah, so I don't know. So it's not The Office, Parks and Rec, or 30 Rock. We'll leave out the 30 Rock. You're gonna get mad again.
The Community.
But
she keeps meaning to say Community.
I don't mean to. I know what I said. But I started watching it this semester, intermittently. Like I'm only on season 3, and I've started watching it in August. But that's not because I don't like it. That's for lack of time. Like it's a good mindless show.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's something that you can put on to like zone out for 20 minutes, get a good laugh. You laughed at one or two things. You laughed at
what was it? Yeah. I know like the two things are funny because they were like more.
I feel like you laughed at when he was trying to catch the pigeons.
I can't remember. There was like one or two funny things, but it was always a time like I feel like when Andy Jake was his name?
Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Jake Peralta.
He doesn't look like a Jake, but I feel like he was every time he said a joke for the most part, he was like expecting a laugh, like says it like expecting people to laugh, like the audience, like keeping in mind the people at home watching it.
That's how his character is. Like if you watch more of the series,
yeah, true. He is supposed to be like funny.
His character is like the one everyone's like, oh my god, shut up, but he just keeps cracking jokes. Like there was the part where there's a robber stuck in the revolving door of a bank he was trying to rob in a banana costume because it's Halloween. And
see, that's what
Jake
I don't
starts
like.
Teasing him. He's like, oh, trying to split. Yeah, maybe you can get off on appeal.
You know what?
So
that's what it is. I don't like that. See, like in Community and stuff, they'll say something that's like hilarious, but no one in the cast is like even recognizes as a joke.
Yeah,
it's only like,
that's a very specific kind of humor. There are certain jokes on this show that I like. There's some that I don't. I just think there's something I find charming about it.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Because I feel like you like that type of personality, or just
I really love. That. I mean, Terry Crews on this show is just incredible. There wasn't a whole lot of him in this episode.
That's the guy from Everybody Hates Chris. No, Everybody Loves Chris.
Everybody Hates Chris.
I always get confused with Everybody Hates Chris and Everybody Loves Raymond. Good show too. All good shows.
Two very different shows.
That's because when I was a kid, oh my gosh.
But for Terry Crews,
I met the Everybody Hates Chris guy. His grandfather was a janitor at my middle school. So he brought in his brother became famous too later doing like Disney Channel stuff. But they would like bring him in once a year and all the classes would take place. I have a picture with him. I don't even know his name.
That's just like you said it. I was like, oh, maybe she like ran into him and whatever. No, his grandfather was a custodian at your school.
Yeah.
Wild world, man. But I really love Terry Crews on the show. I especially love how Terry Crews constantly refers to himself in the third person.
I didn't really. Yeah, he didn't talk a lot.
He always says like things like Terry loves his yoga.
Oh,
and like there's just.
I think he said that like once.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. There's something about that I really because it's I think I appreciate that they're taking this guy that's crazy muscular. Someone was telling me at work last week, and I don't know how true this is. So fact check, but
yeah,
someone was saying at work last week that he was so muscular, his doctors were actually like, yo, you're too muscular, it's not healthy, and he had to become less muscular.
That must have been some like
I don't know if that was again like the source of this information is a coworker, so I don't know how accurate or inaccurate it is. If that's true, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That's the most weirdest thing I've ever heard.
It's incredible, like funny in the sense of like, oh my god, you're incredible.
Yeah.
Because that's not the situation most people find themselves in.
Yeah, definitely not.
I just want to check. Okay, so we have a few more minutes for my segment. We didn't dive deep into this, but I'm going to be real with you guys. It's finals time. We watched one episode, and it's a 20-minute show. So there wasn't Josie didn't really get to meet a lot of the characters. It was
good. If you were watching it, I'd sit down
let's do final thoughts.
Okay. Yeah. If you were watching it in the common area, I had time, I would sit down and watch it. If I was sitting in the common room looking for something to watch, I would not put that on.
Okay. So before we go, I'm really, really proud of myself. I made a quick game.
Okay.
So I was listening to another podcast, because when am I not listening to another podcast?
Mm-hmm.
And they played a game where they read out the plot summaries of Hallmark movies. And one of them was fake and two of them were real. And I'm not going to do that because that's... Okay. I frankly don't have that time or patience, and also that's their thing. I am going to rip them off a little bit and do something slightly similar.
Okay.
I'm going to give you titles
from episodes of
Hallmark movies.
Oh, Hallmark movies.
So Christmas Hallmark movies.
Okay, I'm good at this. These. Yeah, I love a good cheesy Christmas
I'm
movie.
going to give you 3 of them.
Okay.
2 of them are real. 1 of them is not. So 1 of them I made up. Okay.
2 truths and a lie. Or opposite.
It's 2 truths and a lie, but with
2 lies
Hallmark movies. So, we're going to do... What?
Wait, I'm finding the one you made up, or I'm finding the one that's real?
You're finding the one I made up.
Okay.
Because there's 2 of them that are real.
Okay.
So there is Christmas with Holly, Naughty or Nice, and Kisses for Christmas.
Kisses for Christmas is real. What was the other?
Naughty or Nice, and Christmas with Holly.
I've never heard Christmas with Holly. I want to say you made up.
You're wrong. I made up Kisses for Christmas.
Are you serious?
Okay. All right. There's 2 more. So 1 out of 3. Right? Yeah, you did mildly make me go deaf. So ready? Here we go. A Christmas Melody.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas at Cartwright's, or Hotel for the Holidays.
I don't know what Cartwright's is. I'm gonna say you made that up.
I did not. I made up Hotel for the Holidays.
Christmas at Cartwright.
It's like a name, I guess.
Oh, like someone's last name.
Yeah.
I pictured a grocery store.
So, then we have A Bride for Christmas, Love Always, Santa, and let me find one more. Christmas Bells, but bells spelled Belles, as in Belle of the Ball. So
I want to say you made up Christmas Bells because you're really good at making stuff up like that.
I did make up Christmas Bells.
Yeah, I got one
All
right.
right. So that was my segment. We're gonna go on a quick break, and then Josie's gonna come back with some pop culture.
Stay tuned.